About the language too, that's also something that I guess I overestimated a bit, the use of that. But by the way, in companies, there is officially English everywhere. But on the street, in with shopkeepers or so, when you were talking, there's not much of a German required in that aspect. They do speak English a bit broken, but they are able to understand very pretty much. And that's the same case with government authorities as well.
Okay, welcome back to our third part of the interview with Sarang from Karachi. We're now having a delicious dessert, baklava and kunafe, and we just got a tea, very nice as well. While we're here in Berlin, Neukölln, Sarang, what can you tell us about living in Berlin? How's your experience so far? How do you get along without German? Yet. You don't speak German yet, right?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I think I might start with the not good part first, I guess. That's the weather.
It's January, by the way. It's winter.
So weather is really unpredictable over here. And just today, I had like 2 sunshines and twice rain. And then again, it just went back to cloudy. When I came over here, it was just all gray and all of this. And the sun was setting around 4 p.m. So it's just confusing. But
Believe me, I also hate it.
yes, but apart from that, the overall, particularly this would vary where you end up being. Like this is city to city different experience. For me, Berlin has been really welcoming personally in terms of food as well. Like this is the perfect example. We're having Turkish food over here, but there's a lot of different cuisines that you can just pick from. Like you can pick Vietnamese, even South Asian cuisines. I even found one Pakistani restaurant over here. So it's just a place where you'll feel exactly home. And I imagine most big cities in Germany are like that because of the expats. So, and about the language too, that's also something that I guess I overestimated a bit, the use of that. But by the way, in companies, there is officially English everywhere. But on the street, in with shopkeepers or so, when you were talking, there's not much of a German required in that aspect. They do speak English a bit broken, but they are able to understand very pretty much. And that's the same case with government authorities as well.
They also speak to some extent.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely they do. But that being said, this personally, if you do learn the language, there's a lot of opportunity for that too, and that would also help you with a career as well, especially if you plan to move to a different city.
What do you know in German already?
I know Dankeschön.
Dankeschön means thank you, by the way.
I know how to say my name. It's been Sarang, and I also know a bit of the words. Like I know what aber means aber, but I know one without. I know with and just
So you kebab without spice and without garlic.
just enough to be able to order for myself.
That's most important. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like in the bigger cities in Germany, doesn't matter if it's Frankfurt, Hamburg, Munich, Stuttgart, you name it, and of course Berlin. It's a very diverse city, very multicultural, and people from all over the world, so you get along with English pretty well. Here again, if you have the long-term perspective to stay in Germany, of course, it's like everywhere. It's always good to know the local language to get along, right? But how do you spend your weekend, for example? What do you do during the weekend here in Berlin?
I sometimes meet with friends. I have less friends in Berlin, but some of them who are nearby. Like I have one in Potsdam. There's also one who will be arriving soon.
Just next to Berlin, then.
Yeah, next to Berlin. Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, but sometimes I also visit other cities. That's also a very good thing about I think generally Europe, that you can travel as openly as you want to.
So you take the train and
Yeah, just take the train, and it's also if you book it earlier, you can get very cheap deals. Like I went to Hamburg in like €6 or €7.
And it takes 2 hours.
3 hours, and the trains and all the buses are also very clean and they are very punctual as well. But apart from that, there's also a lot of hobbies that you can, consume yourself with. Like you can do cycling, and Berlin is very cycling friendly. And yes, every other street there's a cycle path.
You have a bike already?
No, I don't have it, but there are apps that you can rent, and they give you they charge you for 15 minutes or so. But apart from that, there's also book reading clubs that you can do. I haven't indulged myself with that, but I do know that that's an option as hell if I want to do that. And there's like they say, everything for every individual in the city. Yeah.
Nice. And the good thing is, from now on, end of January, beginning of February, the weather gets better and better, and then the summer will be in Europe. It's a completely different city.
Yeah, I've heard in the winter you're like, where did the sun go? And in the summer you're like, why wouldn't the sun go?
That's good. That's true. And you have it's like Pakistani community here in Pakistan, in Berlin that you know about.
There is a lot of expat community. In fact, the people that I'm living with are from, two of them are from Pakistan, one from India. So they've helped a lot with regards to the culture also. But overall, there are also online groups that have these communities of Pakistan, of even software developers in general, that you can meet and make new friends, have like-minded people aside you. So yeah, you could always do something in the city.
Good. And what's the favorite place for you in Germany after you traveled a bit? Favorite place?
I don't have a favorite place as of now, but there are some places that I like. Like most of them are like you can say downtown. Basically, I have been to Hermannplatz. I like that a lot because it gives you a totally different vibe, and that's the thing about Berlin. Every other area gives you a different vibe.
It's true.
I like Kreuzberg because it reminds me of Batman. Gotham. Yeah. It reminds me of Gotham at night. And I haven't been to Neukölln up until now, but and also not Mitte, but where I live, Schöneberg, that's also a very good area from like it's very residential and very clean and that sort of. So every other area has a different vibe, and if you're feeling down the weather, up the weather, you can just go to that place and look at the vibe and the people there.
What will be your next trip in Germany or in Europe? Anything planned already?
I think I might go to Munich.
Munich?
Yeah, in like a month or so. The next public holiday, the next long weekend we're going to get, I'll probably go to Munich.
There's also a train going from Berlin straight to Munich. I think 5.5 hours it is.
Mm-hmm.
The fast train, high-speed train, straight there.
Overall, the public transport is really, really great. And I think it's very convenient in the sense so that you get one ticket and you can use it for every other thing, like even ferries or so. Yeah, it's really great.
Right, cool. All right, guys, I think you got and hope you got a lot of insights, better understanding how life is in Germany, but also part 1 and part 2 about the onboarding process with German companies. So I hope you got a lot from it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sarang. And I think we have to finish here our dessert.
I just want to thank George and Raoul for all of the people that are reading this, because I believe this might be insightful. And I used to watch these videos too before joining these guys, and they used to give me a bit of context what might to expect when coming over here, and also overall from these guys too.
Thank you.